Hello, this is MacGyver, and I got a little bit accomplished. I got the Daytonas mounted on this rack, but I hadn't removed the writing on the wall. And what I mean by that is the writing on the rack base there and up the leg. Of course, the part on the leg could probably stay. It says M2 machines, but anyhow, we're gonna move in a little bit there, and seems like it darkened up on us. To see, we'll do something here. See if that makes any difference. That made it worse. What's the deal? There we go. I don't know what happened there. I guess it's gonna act goofy on me. Dang it. But anyway, got the. I hadn't removed none of this stuff either. And I'm just gonna leave it on there for now. And I didn't change the wheels. I went ahead and mounted them on the rack without changing the wheels because I don't have the kind of wheels I want for it right now. Uh, these are like 17s or maybe 18-inch rims. I'd prefer to put a set of 15-inch rims on it. You know, some good looking ones, but I don't have any that in the M2 wheels of the style I'd like to put on it. In the super wides, I got a bunch of them that's just narrow tires, but I don't know. I just ain't got what I want for it. So I just went ahead and put them on here like they are for now. Yeah. 69 Dodge Daytonas. Yes, indeed. 426 Hemis. No doubt. But anyway, got those mounted and done. And I got the 57 Chevys put on the rack. I don't like these gold wheels that's on this bottom one, so they'll get changed one day too. Now the wheels that's on that red one, those was the kind that would be good looking on the Daytonas if they were chrome. So maybe someday in the future I get these here swapped out and take the tires off the rims and chrome them and let them set, and get it, let that chrome get good and dry and put a set of tires back on it and put them on one of the Daytonas. But the wheels on the one on top, the blue one, I think they're going to stay like they are. I don't really too much like white wall tires, but we're going to leave them on there for now. Yeah. Maybe later on we might put some white lettered tires on it and take them white walls off, but I don't know when that'll be. But anywho, that's what we got done on those. Glad to get them mounted on a rack. Yeah. 57 Chevrolets. All right, then. Got those done. And that's about all I got done there, really. Well, I got one more thing I did. But first of all, y'all, most of y'all know Pete. He I had to ban him from the welding machine for a while one time there. Well, he's bad about dragging in stuff from the junkyard when he goes out there. And about a couple of years ago, he went out there and he brought in an old truck and fixed it all up there. And, he just, it's just been sitting around. And here the other day, he decided he wanted to change something on it. So, here's the truck. Yeah, there's the truck. It's pretty big. What he changed on it is this box. He decided he didn't want the box on it no more. He wanted it to be a flatbed. So he took the box off and made it into an old flatbed. Like I said, he likes old trucks. I don't know what kind of truck this is. It's actually probably a fantasy Hot Wheel. As you can see, it's got a Hot Wheel logo on the door. But anyhow, and I need to rechrome the rims on this. I never did get around to doing it, rechroming the outer edges. But anyway, he took the box off, and I told him I want the box, but he don't want it, so he gave me the box. So yeah, it could stand a paint job, but it's just gonna stay like it is for now. This is something I put together a couple of 2 to 3 years ago. I'd say at least 2 years ago. And it's got a homemade frame. This this here box part was another truck. And probably about 4 years ago, I took the box off of the truck it was originally on, and I cut the truck in two and shortened it up and made a diesel trailer puller out of it and connected it up to a Matchbox Super King. And so anyway, we had the box left over, and then I don't know where this truck come from. I think this truck was sent to me from the Weekend Warrior a long time ago, and but I'm not positive. And so anyway, it had an old piece of a wrecker body thing on it. It was trash, really trashed out. Not, nothing he did. He probably scored it from a yard sale and passed it on to me, Well, I cut the cab off of it and took the old raggedy tires off, and then I put the cab on this bed thing, this and made a frame and all, and made a truck out of it. So anyway, now that we done took the box off and Pete's done gave me the box, I done cut it in two. Yeah, I have done cut it in two and narrowed it up, and I'm preparing it to turn it into a diesel trailer. Now, it was taller. I cut about that much off of it, I think. Probably about approximately that much. As you can see how high I'm picking it up off the floor. That's about how tall it was, and so we shortened it to make it the size of a trailer. And I cut it right down the middle. Well, actually, I cut it twice. And then I filed on it until I got the edges of both these edges smooth and straight as I could. And I cut the bottom of both pieces off and filed on it and set it on this here board and filed on it until you couldn't see daylight through it there, and so it's all good and straight. And inside here, I put in corner pieces. Here, let me see, just a second. I put in corner pieces right here. This here's a corner of an M2 plate. Not the corner. This is the top of an M2 plate, and this is the edge. The bottom edge of one of them real small, low M2 plates. And I put this in here, and as you can see, it's shorter than the white piece. And then I put one on the other side, same way, a little bit short. And then I took another piece and I put it in here, and it's a little shorter than the white part. And another piece, this is an L shape. And then I, JB welded those pieces on. And then first onto each half. And then I put them up here on the deck or up here on the floor of this board right there. And I put them together like that. And then I made me a small piece right here. This piece right in here in between those two pieces. I made that. And then I JB welded it into there. And I had a clamp. I had a clamp on the two sides, keeping, just snug together. And then I put a clamp on here and clamped that piece in. Let it set. And had another clamp on the back holding, on two sides together. Once that piece set, then I come back and I put in another piece across there, right there. Put a piece in and welded it in and let it set. And then I put in a piece back here and let it set. Then I cut the two doors. I cut the two doors down until they would fit. And after I got them to where they would fit, then I went come back and I JB welded a piece onto the back door, or the two back doors, I should say. I welded this piece on to the doors, let it set, had the doors laying on the floor here to where they would be flat. Once that set, then I put some JB weld around the framework here, and I set the doors in. And once I got the doors in place, then I put a clamp on it here, just snug to keep these walls tight against the doors, and waited for it to set. And once it set, then I come back and made another batch of JB weld, and I put it in here in the seam. That's just JB weld, no pieces of plastic. And I put some weld in along all the joints, all the corners. I put JB weld in and filled in. Now the reason I put it down this crack is to seal it off. And it may, it looks crude and all, but once get get the base on it and the wheels and all that, you won't never see none of that because it's gonna be inside, closed up. And the reason that these black pieces are shorter than the white pieces is whenever I make my base, the base is gonna sit in here on the inside edge of these white. It's gonna sit down on against these black pieces, and I'll JB weld it in. I'm probably gonna put in some kind of brace across here because it's gonna be two M2 plates. Because one M2 plate ain't gonna be long enough, so I'm just gonna make a short piece of M2 plate, flat plate here, and then another piece here, and I had to put a brace back here also. Hadn't done that yet. But anyway, no, I won't. I'm sorry. That the floor or the M2 plate's gonna come back here and over these doors, and they'll come back just a little bit past the door, so it'll be sitting on that. And then once I get them two plates on and welded on, then I'm gonna start building the frame, and then get it ready for wheels. I don't know what wheels I'm going to put on. I'm probably just going to put some of the old style Matchbox diesel wheels on it, just for time being, because I don't have none of the new style diesel rims available right now. I do have a Hummer that I could take some off of, but anyway, I don't know. I might use that. I don't know. Just depends. But I thought this was going to be my shortest trailer in my collection, but it's not. This truck right here is my shortest. This is the shortest trailer I have. And the new one is just a fraction longer, as you can see there. And so it almost was going to be the shortest trailer. But anyway, this is a Matchbox. Oh, there's the kind of wheels I was talking about putting on it. But anyway, I got 10 seconds to get out of here, guys. that's about it. I want to thank everybody for watching. I don't know when I get the trailer finished, but it's a slow process now. Until next time, this is MacGyver, and I'm gone.